Have you ever been skydiving? I remember back to the first time I ever skydived. I was sitting there on the side of the airplane, and I looked around at the instructor, and I was kind of all spread out on this pull-up bar. And I looked back at him and he said, "Let go." Well, everything in my life to that point had told me to hold on. My name's Jason Diebold, and I've made $3 million working in this industry. You know, it makes me think back to an earlier time where I was in junior high school and I needed a new pair of shoes. My dad had just lost his job. You know, so that year, like, everybody was getting those brand new Air Jordans. And so, like, that's what I wanted, for sure. But we didn't have the money at the time, so we ended up having to go to Payless. And I remember just seeing, like, the sign on top of that store for Payless, and like, I don't even want to go in there. But sure enough, like, I knew that's all we could afford. So we looked around the store. I found a pair of shoes I actually liked. And so I grabbed those shoes, and when I went to school for the first day, I was kind of a little ashamed that I had to wear those shoes. But it really wasn't too bad until I had to go to, like, the Sadie Hawkins dance. And then there was some girl that was looking at me, and the first thing she did was look down at those shoes. So it's kind of weird that people call me like a millionaire now. But the truth is, over the course of the last 9 years, starting at the bottom, I've worked my way up to a team now of 66,000 people. And if you're here, it's really because you're interested in one of a couple things. Either you're interested in more health and fitness for yourself, which makes me think back to me. I really started this journey after my wife left me, to be completely honest. I remember one of the last things that she said to me that still resonates in my head was that you're always gonna be short and stumpy. Every time that I was about to miss a workout, I'd think back to that, and that always gave me the extra motivation I need. Another thing that you might be looking for is more financial health. I remember when I first started this, my first check, I worked for 3 months and my first check was $3.74. It's crazy now because I see people make that in a blink. But I remember thinking back to that and I'm like, this opportunity could pay for my gas. And if I could just pay for my gas at the end of every week, it was worth it. It's funny now, working into this business now for the past 9 years, you know, one of my best friends started. This is another kid from high school. In fact, he would remember that shoe story. His goal for this business was just to pay off the camper that he had sitting in his driveway. And I'm like, that's great, Jeff, let's go ahead and do that. But as soon as you get 80% of that goal, let's pick a higher goal. And sure enough, he's like, I want to pay off my car. And then 80% into the car, he's like, I want to pay off my house. And sure enough, that all happened. The last thing maybe you're just thinking about is maybe you have enough health and fitness in your own life, and maybe you're already doing well, but maybe you just want to help other people. And I can't think of a better thing to help other people with than helping them accomplish their own health, fitness, and financial needs. And this really is a great opportunity for that. I mean, it makes me think back to one of my first clients, and I used to keep this letter in my wallet. And she just thanked me so much because 6 months into her fitness journey, she went back to the same doctor that said she was gonna have to be on diabetic medicine. And the doctor's like, I don't know what you've done, but just keep doing it because it's completely turned you around. If any one of those things makes sense to you, we really need to talk some more. So what I want you to do right now is click below this video, and I wanna get your information. If you do that, and if you're willing to work, I'm gonna send you a series of 3 videos that are gonna show you exactly what I've done over the course of the last 9 years to build this business, $3 million in personal earnings, but more importantly, helping 67,000 other people get started. Think about it, you know, if you need more health and fitness in your own life, if you could use some extra money and/or you wanna help other people, only thing you have to do is leave your information below and then check your inbox. You know, make sure this isn't one of those emails that goes to your junk mail, because if you don't follow up on this opportunity, you're really gonna kick yourself later. You know, I talk about all these great accomplishments that I've made, and they're all true, but it really makes me think back to that time. And when that girl looked down at my shoes, it's like, you know, something in me said, I aspire to have a better life than this. You know, anytime in your life that you have ever been a little bit ashamed of your current status, or maybe, you know, something you were wearing, think back to that, because that's where I came from. Really, it even goes back to that time with skydiving. I'm standing under there holding onto this pole and the instructor says let go. Everything in your life up until that point tells you to hold on. Well, in that particular moment, what you have to do is you have to trust the expert and let go. And then you get a better experience. Maybe that resonates with you. Maybe you've been doing something else in your life that's always been comfortable that everybody else has told you to do. But if you can just let go and listen to the instructor this one time, maybe there's a whole nother experience that you're in store for.